and, helping African grow as a nation together, but there's still those challenges that are lacking. Then how do we go about that?
Yeah, it's you're right. You and Prof are almost agreeing that there's the struggle of, on one side, economics, and on the other side, security.
Right.
So when you look at the border, you look at that. Which one should be prioritized? Because the stories we are being given is the African Continental Free Trade Area. We want to encourage trade and the rest. We are going by the AU border program of borderless, remove visas, and we want to do a very good thing. But we are in a context where we need to ask ourselves that why did we close the border in the first case? Was it because of economic sabotage or because of security interests?
All right.
And you'll find that it is because of security. But then, listening to our CS defense, then you will learn a few things. The first one is, two things in fact. The first one is the sequence of preparedness. What he's saying should have happened before opening the borders. That we should have equipped our soldiers. They have talked about, they have put bases, along the borders. We should have prepared our military well, our people, community intelligence, across the borders. Because it's one community, the Somalis, sharing the Nyumba Kumi thing, crossing the borders.
All right.
And then the second thing that tells you is that our military logistics and weaponry is not effective. It's not modernized. We are talking about that now because Al-Shabaab has shown us that if you move ahead with an armored vehicle, we hit it, we know it will not be hit, but we know that's the only one that you have. The rest are in a Probox or a Land Cruiser, the KDF people, and they're the ones we will kill. That's what happened in Lamu. So therefore, the sequencing of the opening the border in terms of security first, then we can do our economic interest was not well done. I think we should have prepared so well. When the minister talks like that, we get worried. Actually, there is something that GLOSEPS is looking at, why we should be worried that there's a resurgence of Al-Shabaab following the opening of the borders. Because the reasons we are given, Zainab, for opening the border is that it will create more security, in the sense that if you control, they were copying from Mexico and US, that if you control the borders, in fact, I support the idea that that physical border, it was not necessary. So many, I think, Profi and others have written a lot and saying, in future, you'll find that this physical border will affect your trade interests with Somalia. Right. And you can see a lot of money wasted. It will not happen, that physical border.
Right.
In that case. But then they believe that if you have legal way of controlling movement of people, by way of opening the borders, you'll manage contrabands and smuggling of weapons and the rest.
And Nsongo Muliro was a foreign policy and security expert from GLOSEPS.